Okay, so I'm here with interesting new IEM. This is called the Melody Wings Venus. It's kind of what it looks like. Pretty standard looking IEM. I will say the one thing I like about it is that the shell is pretty small, so it fits quite nice. It's light. But otherwise, nothing super special about the build. This is what the box looks like, and I think they have a frequency response on the back here. This is a absolutely stupid frequency response because they really messed up the scaling. Stop doing that, Chinese companies. You know better. Here is what the spec sheet looks like. This is in Canadian dollars. I think it's like 160 USD. Anyway, in terms of sound quality for this IEM, I would say it's more of a V-shaped sort of sound to it. The bass is really what stands out to me. I think the bass is quite nice. I would call it like a bit of a rolling bass where there is there's depth to the bass notes. It hits pretty hard, but it moves on really quickly. So it just feels fast without being like, just punchy without depth to it. So I do think the bass on this is quite good. The treble is what I'll call a sparkly, peaky treble. So there is definitely some peaks. If you're treble sensitive, this might not work for you. Definitely that sort of V-shaped sort of sound. The mid-range for me is where I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think it's fine. Like I don't think it's bad, but I think there is something about the mid-range here that's a little bit off for me in a way. I can't quite put my finger on it. It just feels like there's maybe something stuck in the throat of the singer. I don't know, but it's like I said, it's not bad. It's just something a little bit off. But I think the imaging on this is surprisingly quite good. I was not expecting that. So yeah, overall, not a bad IEM for the price. I don't think it's the most unique IEM. There's a lot of IEMs that are sort of this sort of V-shaped sort of tuning here. But overall, for a new brand for their first product, I think it's worth mentioning.